Hi, my name is Clara. Welcome to my kitchen. Over the past few weeks, a lot of you have asked me for a vegan cake. And to be honest with you, I'm not really good with vegan recipes. So I went on my favorite app, Tasty, and found this recipe for an orange cake. I made very few tweaks and I'm gonna try it out today with you. Let's get started. First thing we're gonna do is add 1.5 cup of flour. We're gonna add 1 tablespoon of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of salt. And we're gonna whisk these together. Now I'm adding 1.5 cups of sugar. Now before we move to the next step, we're gonna preheat our oven to 350. In preparation of making this cake, this morning I peeled 3 oranges and I soaked them into 1/2 cup of olive oil, which is this. So now that I have mixed the flour, baking powder, and sugar and salt, I'm gonna add the olive oil with the orange peel to it and mix really well. And then I'm adding 1 cup of orange juice and 1/2 cup of water. Alright, so we all know that I like to butter my baking sheets, but this time, because we're doing a vegan cake, I'm gonna try the canola oil cooking spray. And if you don't have that at home, you can actually use olive oil as well, or just oil. But you gotta be really generous with it because you don't want your cake to stick to your baking sheet. Now that this is oven ready, we're gonna bake at 350 for 40 minutes. And while this is baking, we're gonna work on the garnish. Now that I cut my oranges in slices to garnish the cake, here's a tip that my dad gave me, which I found super helpful. Whenever you're garnishing a cake with fresh fruits, you can cover that in Jello. So Jello will actually create a sealing coat over the fruit and it will keep it fresh for longer. All you need to do is use half the water recommended on the Jello pack. Alright, so after 40 minutes, I took the cake out of the oven. I let it cool down in the baking sheet for 10 minutes. And then I flipped it on a cooling rack for another 15 minutes until the cake is completely cooled down. And then I flipped it into my serving dish. And now I'm gonna start garnishing. So as we said, we're gonna garnish with fresh slices of oranges. And I gotta tell you, I didn't think that a vegan cake would smell good, but this actually smells really good. Okay, so now that we've added the oranges, I'm gonna just add my orange Jello over the cake and over the fruit. Now that I'm done with garnishing, this cake is officially ready. I hope you enjoyed today's recipe and I hope that you share it with everyone you love.